I think high caseloads can be a real barrier. Just being really busy, not having time to build up a good relationship with different professionals, and then also high turnover with staff. Sometimes you can build up a really good relationship with a school or with a doctor's surgery, and then if a worker leaves, that just gets broken down, and information might not get passed on. Sometimes people leave in a hurry and then you don't know their email address, you can't contact them, you don't know who the new worker is. It can be a real issue. One of the problems with workers leaving and high caseloads is that if you've got a key bit of information missed, that can impact the child. Suddenly we might not know actually they're going to football every Wednesday night, and that could be like a real area of risk. And we're missing information, so we can't like holistically plan to kind of look after that child.
I think that sometimes there can be confusion around who's doing what, who's leading what, and I think there can also be questions about who's responsible for what, which may lead to things getting missed, people making assumptions about who's leading meetings or who's carrying out certain pieces of work with the family, and sometimes you may all come together and realise actually the plan that was formulated hasn't fully been carried out.
I think one of the more frustrating things is if a child moves house or moves schools, you can hit a problem where the information isn't shared across a different local authority, or they've got a different system and like information doesn't pass in there as easily as you would like. Schools might not transfer information or all of the information. They might just pick a few key points, but it's not the ones that kind of help to build a full picture.
I think a big barrier for working with other agencies is that different agencies can have different IT systems and a lot of them aren't compatible. When people have different systems, it's very hard to join up information and things may get missed in emails, etc. So yeah, it's hard not having a central place to keep it.
I think sometimes some professionals' information is given more weight in a situation. So you might have a doctor come along or a psychologist and their opinion kind of trumps your opinion, even though you're the one that might be working day in and day out with the family. And I think sometimes medical information or a kind of cognitive test or something like that is considered to have more weight and more value than maybe your experience of the family or your understanding of the family. And that can be frustrating in terms of sharing information.
I think that there sometimes can be a hierarchy between agencies, and particularly with social services and the police, it may feel like they hold all the information, they should get all the information. And I think that sometimes other agencies and professionals are sidelined, such as youth workers. They may see the young person every week, they may have a really positive relationship with them, but they may feel like actually social services or police or school, whoever, may not actually appreciate the relationship that that youth worker has with the child.
I think another barrier is data protection and people being panicked or worried about what they can and can't share. Whereas actually, when it comes to safeguarding, you're allowed to share whatever you need to protect that child.